Hello and welcome to another Your Business Card Guy CorelDraw tip. Today we're going to talk about doing a fill. Not going to go through all the different fills. This is going to be a specific technique of being able to set it up so that you have multiple positions on the fill, which also works with transparency. So let's take a look at what the fill can do. So using this tagline text below, the go your own way, let's say we want to do a fountain fill. So we want it to go fading from a color to another color. That's pretty straightforward. You can just select the option fountain fill, and then you can pick the color you want. Let's say we want to go from red and blue. Okay, say OK to that, and it fades across. And you've seen this kind of effect in all sorts of places, right? Posters and text. People do this to kind of jazz things up a little bit, and they have fun with it. Now let's say you wanted to have it go from colors, but you wanted to go from one color to a second color back to the first color again, so that it has something in the middle that's different, but the edges are the same. For example, it's actually pretty easy to do. There's an interactive tool here. I click that, and that shows me my options, right? And if you're familiar with this, you can change where the transition occurs, right? So all the red is on the left now, all the blue is on the right, vice versa. You can change these colors pretty easily by dragging. Let's say we go from red to white. Okay, so I've now got a fill from red over to white. But let's say I want it to go from red, but I want white in the middle, but then I want red over here as well. Now, how do you do that? I mean, do you make copies of the object and chop it in half? Yeah, you could, but Corel makes it super, super easy. But this technique is just something that isn't intuitive. It is not clear here. You can go into the actual fountain fill dialog, and there are ways to do it in here somewhere. You got to find out what you're doing, which is just a little bit confusing and a little bit, again, not as intuitive as it could be. So hopefully this video will just make it super easy for you. So based on our requirements, we're going to go red, white, red. So I'm going to take and put red on both ends. So now it's just filled with red, right? That doesn't help. Well, now I'm going to drag this white, and I'm going to set it. And I'm going to put it right kind of near the middle here. And now I've got a fill that goes from red to white in the middle and to red over here. Now again, you can keep adding more colors. And this will allow you to do some pretty neat effects. So you can have a fill that goes multiple types of situations that aren't just from one to the other. You can just keep custom adding it. And again, the interactive tool is the one you can use to change what happens where. If you need to kind of customize the effect, like you want everything right around the middle, but you want the main colors on the edges. So I'm going to say I want all of that to be red. I drag that in. I want all of this to be red, so I'm going to drag that in. But then all my colors happen right here in the middle, right? You can zoom in a little bit, you can see what I mean. So I've got these three color options right here, and white, obviously I'm crowding it out here. So if I drag this over a little bit and drag this to the right a little bit, now you can see this section here is white, this is color, and this is color over here, okay? So that's a very straightforward way to do a custom fountain fill with multiple color stops, multiple color positions. And again, it doesn't have to be from one to the other. It's simply any color that you want to drag onto it. Thanks again for watching. We'll check you out next time.